So I understand you witnessed an incident a little while ago.
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining that?
Alright. So I was minding my own business. I was just walking, like in the park, out of nowhere. Bang! Boom! What do you think it is?
That's why you're here.
It's a building. Crashed. Fell. You know what came out of it? A cube. Small little cube. I came to look at the cube, right? Out of nowhere, it sprayed this green, I don't know, this green, like, I don't know, like, it's like a puff of air. I don't know how to describe it. Like, went straight to my face. And then I was dizzy and I couldn't see for like 3 minutes. I didn't know where I was. Then I woke up and I was here.
You were here.
I was here. And I realized I was alive.
Well, we just took you to this facility a few minutes ago. So you're saying that you were taken here. You were here before.
Yeah, I was here before. It's like, I think it took me, I don't know if either from the past or the future, but I don't know, somehow it doesn't make sense, but I'm in the present.
Interesting.
It's weird, right?
This is a top secret facility that only myself and my fellow IDCP agents are aware of the locations of, so it's quite interesting. Your story.
Yeah,
Are there any other details or anything else you care to share?
that's all I remember.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and you don't mind this being used as part of my YouTube documentary, right?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. So I understand you were involved in an incident a little while ago. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Let's see. Oh, the Bigfoot incident?
I believe so.
It all started in a bar. I was sitting on a stool, minding my own business, with some beer in my hand. Then he started coming up to my stool.
What? Who? Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Go on.
I was wondering, like, why is he so close to me? Like, bud, mind your business. But then he gave me the look. I remember it like my mother's face. Well, I'm not sure if it was my mother, but that's besides the point. He paid for my drink. So I thought, hey, he seems like a cool guy. He paid for my drink. Then he asked me over. I thought, sure, why not? Then he pulled out the condoms. He had a huge penis, man.
Dude.
Then, like, you were watching, right? You were watching,
I
right?
could see through the window, yes.
She's.
I tried to look away. It was...
Wait, so the windows were open then?
The windows were open, yeah. I mean, what's it called? Like, you were filming a nature documentary, right?
No.
Well, this doesn't seem very
else.
natural.
Yeah,
Well,
I tried to look away.
I mean, come on, it's Bigfoot. Would you consider Bigfoot an animal?
I don't know what I would consider it, especially after what I've seen.
Well, anyway, he had a huge penis, and bro, Bigfoot is real, and he ate my ass.
Do you have any proof of this?
Oh yeah, I can show you if you want,
I do have. the
but
film,
I'm sure that would be
if
very
that would be
graphic.
helpful for
Yes,
whatever.
that would be helpful.
I have the film from the documentary I was making at the time. It was not a nature documentary, it was on life in the city, but I didn't expect this from living in the city.
Of course not. The reason we bring people like you into this facility is to explain phenomena that you observe that is far out of the ordinary.
Yeah, the morning I woke up, he was gone.
This was multiple days later?
I didn't
Oh.
see him wake up the next day. I
Yeah.
think it took him a few days to recover from Everything.
Then there was a picnic. I had my basket, my cloth all set up. I sat down. Then I saw something moving in the bushes. I thought maybe it was just her. She's been stalking me for a while, but
Go on.
so like, what's it called? I thought, yeah, shouldn't pay attention to it, but, and I saw it. It was him again.
Back for more.
Back for more, yeah. Back for round 35, man. I couldn't say no to him, of course. He was Bigfoot. You can't.
Round 35?
Round 35.
So this occurred 35 times.
Well, yeah, why would it not?
The first night, Bigfoot was.
So
He went wild
did you
on me.
report this to anyone?
Why would I report it? He's Bigfoot. The
No
dude's
one
hiding
would-
for a
no
reason.
one
This,
would believe
but
it.
this is still illegal. There was a similar incident with someone claiming they saw Shrek do similar things a couple of years ago.
Sir, are you telling me it's illegal to fuck Bigfoot?
I'm trying to tell you that's illegal and that you should have reported this to the authorities.
Hmm.
I would have reported something. I couldn't believe what I saw.
I'm sure she
I
would.
look out my window and all I see is a creature.
You sure it wasn't a metal?
I think it was yours.
Oh.
Okay,
Well, let me tell you something, man. If you see Bigfoot, you're gonna see him for a long time.
Okay, thank you for your. Thank you, sir. And also, you don't mind this being used as a part of my YouTube documentary?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time. So I understand there was an incident recently. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Alright, so I wasn't sure if it was real or not, but when I woke up, I had the scar in my hand. So what actually happened was, I thought it was a dream, and there was 3 people. I can't really identify them and say who they were, because I don't even know who they are. So I approached the first person, and he told me that I shouldn't be there. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, bad things happen. And so I noticed that the 2 people were kind of isolated behind him, a couple feet back. And I'm kind of looking, and she's doing weird things with her hand, and I can't explain it. Like, I'm on the outside looking in. And I really was, but I felt like I was there, you feel me? So I approach, and I tell her, what is it that you're doing here? And she said, it's none of your business. It's none of your concern. You don't even belong here. And I'm trying to figure out where I am. The guy tells the woman, sometimes people that aren't supposed to be here come here. They travel through a portal in their dreams. I don't even know what that means. So they continue to speak, and she tells him, sometimes visitors get punished. I'm like, what do you mean punished? Like, what are you talking about? And she kind of grabs my arm, like she grabs it firmly. And I'm like, whoa, what is that? And this is gonna sound really embarrassing, but when she touched me, I got an erection. I won't even hold you. I did. It was weird. And so, no, I didn't say this, but she was wearing a mask and she had like really long hair. She removed the mask, and it was my ex. And I'm thinking, how would? So the guy, he gets up and says, there are 3 things that could happen right now. A, you die. B, you go out with this girl. Or C, you wake up. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what this means. I don't know why I'm here. I don't even know what this is all about. And so I stand up. I say, look, I don't know where I am. I don't know who you are. The only person I know here is her. And apparently, she's a witch. I'm like, because I had a bad experience personally with my ex. I'm like, you wicked witch. You wicked bitch. That's crazy. I was at a loss for words. I don't know if you believe it, but I believe it. This is just my story.
Wow. Well, we've been getting a lot of reports of strange happenings similar to yours, so it's pretty hard not to see a connection.
That's what I'm saying. Have you know anything that be causing this? Because I feel like I'm a normal person.
No, I'm just investigating it. I'm just as curious as you about all of this. We're trying to find people such as yourself who claim to have been to the 5th dimension, and and gather their
said
stories
fifth
to
dimension?
try to make sense of it all.
That's crazy. You think I can go back?
We don't know. It's a scientific anomaly.
Anomaly. Dang.
Most people don't survive, so consider yourself lucky.
Well, thank God.
Well, thank you for your story.
No problem.
So,
Anytime.
you don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
Nah, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, thank you. So, I understand there was a incident recently. Would you mind telling us a little about that?
Let's talk about your eye.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if you can see my eye. It's like all red right here. So we were talking to this alien, and he was like talking to us, and he like didn't really know like how to communicate. He was like started like spraying this stuff on us, and like we started screaming, and like we didn't even like know what to do. Like we were just like frozen in a moment, and we're just like what? And then like I look over, and I was like Julia, and then she was like,
I was like, bro, you're done.
and I was like, I'm literally gonna die. And my eye started burning, and like the acid was like fizzing in my eye, and I was like, ah.
It's really gross, actually.
It was disgusting, not even gonna lie. But so then we hopped in our little like van, and we like just started driving away, and the aliens started following us and like running. We were like, what's going on? And then the tornado came up. Remember the tornado?
Yeah.
The tornado was filled with pigs, and they're making these noises, and they were like, ah, and we were like, what is going on? And it was so crazy. And so we keep driving, and then she makes a right turn. And remember we went to that street? What was that street called? Oh, I don't know what's it called.
No.
It was like Harrisburg. Was that it? Harrisburg? I don't know. You know the street. It's like
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg?
No, I
So
don't
the
know.
Gettysburg is the Constitution, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, like come on. So we're going on this Harrisburg road, and then like it's like all these bumps. And then we found out the bumps were like these little hermit crabs. And then we felt really bad, and then we started crying because like we just ran over all these hermit crabs, and we felt so bad. And then so we keep going down Harrisburg, and then make a left on Ginstorm, and then we keep going, and there's all these other tornadoes, all these pigs, and we're like, what's going on? So then we just hopped out. We're like, we can't do it. So we go off into the forest, and then there's all those little animals. Remember the little animals? And they were talking to us. Do you remember them?
They look like birds.
Yeah, they looked so weird. Like we didn't
Like-
even like.
They kind of looked like a little bit like you.
Yeah, well, maybe a little, but no, like it was crazy. And then we were just like, we don't even know what to do. So we were like, okay, let's just get out of here altogether. So we were trying to go home into like our different portal, and it just wasn't working. We were like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with
You're
your
stuck.
Yeah, basically like the interference of the energy, like it wasn't even working out. Like we didn't know what to do. So we were like, you know what? Like we just gotta go for it. So we did this thing where we like touched our fingers together, and
Like E.T.
and then boom, you're home.
So, what were you doing right before all this started?
We were just like on our way to go shopping, like a normal day, like.
Normal girls there.
Yeah.
Just chillaxing
We were
and then.
just chilling. We saw the cow, but then we saw the alien.
What cow?
Remember the cow was like, "Moo."
A Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
And then we were gone.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A did it all for us.
We think there's something weird in the food there.
So, could you give us a description of what this alien looked like?
It was like, it had like one head, and then it had
And
like little like,
tentacles?
kind of like, you know how deers have like those things?
The-
Antlers. It was like antlers,
Antlers?
but they like moved. They were like moving antlers. It looked like
They were
spaghetti
like-
noodles. It was crazy.
And then it was it purple or green? I don't remember.
It was a mix of both. It was like
It was like
It was
like a cow. It was
Yeah.
like a cow.
It was like a cow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So, I mean, at least you seem to be keeping a positive
I
attitude
know,
about
my eyes so red.
I'm a little. What is it? PTSD.
It's a little rough
I have a little
from-
PTSD.
It's rough. We made it through.
it. Well, I'm
Our
glad
first
Yeah.
alien encounter.
to see you're okay. Thank
Us
you
too.
for the information. You don't mind this being used as part of the YouTube documentary we're
Not
making
at
about
all.
this, do you? Okay, great. So, I understand there was an incident recently. Would you mind explaining that?
Yeah. So, like, I was at my house, Saturday night. This Jewish man knocked at my door. He's like, yo, open up. So I open up, right? And he jumped on top of me. He's like, I'm like, what are you doing that for? He wanted to murder me. I'm like, why? Because I want to be you. I'm like, what do you mean you want to be me? I'm like, are you gay or something? So I pushed him off of me and stuff like that. Ran to my room and locked the door. And he kept knocking. He's like, hello, open up. I'm like, yo, this guy really wants my booty hole. So you know what I did? I jumped out the window, got out of my car, and I dipped. So I went to the hotel, right? Got me a quick room and stuff like that. And I started contemplating in the room like, yo, what was up with that man? yo, why does he want to beat me and stuff like that? I think he's gay or something. So he went to the hotel, right? I don't know how he got my location. He tracked me. I don't know. I probably find my iPhone on. So he went to the hotel, right? Busts down the door. And I'm like, yo, whoa, what the heck, bro? And the guy started running, chasing at me. I'm like, oh shoot, get away from me. And I had to fade up like, bah, bah, bah. You know, knocked him down. I'm like, yo, you're not gonna beat me, kid. You know, you're your own person. You want to be a copier. So I started stumping him. He's like, yo, stop, bro, stop. I'm like, stop what? You want to rape me? He's like, no, I want to beat you. I'm like, what? You want to go out with me? He's like, yes. I'm like, what the heck? So I punched him real quick, knocked him out and stuff like that, and I did. You know, next thing you know, police were on me and stuff like that. And I was in the car. They were driving scared. You know, 911 behind my back. So I was going Need for Speed, you know, Fast and Furious, like a teaser trailer. I'm like, whoa, oh, woo! You know, driving around and stuff like that. And then I crashed the whip. You know, and they got me. And they're like, yo, you're under arrested. You're getting arrested for, you know, assault, violence, you know, to a man, especially a Jewish man. I'm like, what did I do? He wanted to beat me up. He wanted to copy me and stuff like that. They're like, yo, we don't care. You know, he owns all of this stuff. I'm like, dang, man. So they put me in the cell, right? And the Jewish man came and stuff like that. And he came dressed like me. You know, he took my identity and stuff like that. And he rolled with it and stuff like that. So he became the original me. And I became the clone now. He brought him away in the cell. And now he's living a life, you know, with my name, my title, and stuff like that. And now he's running the world. And that's what happened, man.
He's running the world?
Yes. Controls all the banks and stuff like that, the media and stuff like that. You know, he's on top, man. He's the original clone. You know, it's ridiculous. Well, I'll get rulership one day. One day.
So you don't have any idea how this happened then? There's no other...
I don't know, man. When I heard that first knock, man, I mean, probably because, you know, I had clout. You know, I was on top of the game, you know, everyone knew me and stuff like that. I was running big business. So this guy wanted to beat me and stuff like that. You know, he did it successfully. He managed to fool everyone thinking that he is me when I'm the original me. And I'm in the cell running away. Man.
So all this happened in a few days?
Like, in a week, 2 weeks, you know. But, you know, it was a long chase, man. I had to run from that guy. Just like that Pokemon Ditto, man. He wanted to transform to me. And he did it, man. Successfully. Now I'm Thing 2.
Wow. Well, thank you for your information. You don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
Yeah, no problem, sir. No problem.
Okay, thank you. So, I understand you were involved in an incident recently. Could you tell us what happened?
Let me tell you something. I don't really want to talk about that because it's a little crazy. I don't even know if you would believe me if I told you so. But if you got time, I can tell you.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Alright, so Billy and I, we were walking down the street and a couple of thugs just looked at us. I call them G-rated G's, and I'll tell you why in a second. Billy and I were just walking down, a couple of thugs came by, and they pulled out what I believe to have been a Glock 40. And Billy looks at me, and he's a Southerner, so Billy looks at me, he goes, "Don't worry about this, sonny. Only thing you're gonna have to worry about is my karate chopping hands coming through. That's the only thing you're gonna have to look at." And I thought I was going to die, knowing Billy. So Billy goes up to one of the gangsters, and he, in his Southern accent, he goes, "I'll tell you what right now, look, the only thing that's gonna matter up here is that my Glock 40 with me and yours, okay? Because that's the only thing that really gonna work out here. I can't tell you nothing else about no other incident. The only thing that matters here is if you leave my homeboy alone, alright? I can't call you the N-word because it's so racist, alright? Look, I'm trying to be that racist one, alright? And I'm gonna be honest with you, again, I thought I was going to die because Billy is one of the most unreliable people I've ever met in my life. No, I'm being 100% serious. Billy, literally, he was at my house one day, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to go head out with Billy, okay? We'll be back in a few. This is how unreliable Billy is. I asked Billy, because we were really poor at the time, I asked Billy, hey man, look, I'm going to need you to distract the clerk, and, you know, that way we could steal some chips and food. He walks up to the to the clerk, and he snitches me out. As I'm about to put a Snickers in my pocket, he goes, look at that, sir, over there, look. He gonna steal some food, I need you to arrest him. And they put me in, you know, like those jails where they hold you until your parents come and get you, which was the last day I ever went home and the last day I ever came out of my room in my closed casket. So, yeah, I was not confident when Billy said that he was going to, you know, handle this situation. Going back to our gangster situation, I'm going to say this continuously throughout this whole video. I thought I was going to die. Because Billy, being a damn southerner, eating his, I don't know, Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever it is, he eats Popeyes or something. He ain't black though, he's white. He started talking to this gangster, I don't want to say black person, gangster. And this is the only way that I could put this. The black dude, sorry, the gangster, because that would give away what color it was. The gangster pulls out his gun, aims it at Billy's head, and Billy just looks at me and he goes, alright. And I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, I'm gonna die in here. That's it, I'm gonna die. But never did Billy ever tell me that his grandfather supposedly knew karate and some crap like that. And Billy saved my life, man. And when he finally, like, black dude's fists were coming over like this, Billy just did something like the Matrix, like, whoa, some crap like that. So my jaw just dropped. I was like, where'd this come from? And he just comes up and he goes, it don't matter where it came from. The only thing that matters is that you say. And that was the day that Billy saved my life. That was the incident.
So, but what about this incident led you to believe that it took place in the fifth dimension?
Well, I'm pretty positive I didn't take any LSD that day, nor shrooms, and I felt stuff warping, and it was like the black dude's gun, gangster, the gangster's gun warped into like a sword, and then they started fighting around, and that's how I knew I was in the fifth dimension. Because some stuff was warping around, that's it. And I wasn't on drugs, so...
So, how long ago did this happen?
Yesterday.
I see. So is there anything else notable about this whole situation, or anything to take...
No cops showed up. It's probably because Billy was white and he was enforcing his rule of white supremacy. But, yeah, no cops really showed up. And... Oh, just letting you know, I think the reason why Billy won and why the gangsters were so afraid was because he had a big Confederate flag right across his shirt. So, with like a nice old cross right here. So, I think that's why he won.
Okay, well, thank you for the information, and you don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
No, not really. How many subs do you have?
We're not allowed to divulge that information.
Okay, yeah.
You don't mind this being used as a YouTube documentary, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, great. Thank you for your information.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to tell us about the incident?
Listen, man. I'm going to tell you this story. You guys are going to stop calling my phone, alright? Alright?
Deal.
Alright. So, it was, I think Thursday? Thursday, was it? Yeah, Thursday. Driving my car, trying to go get my girl, okay? She was calling me, texting me, coming through, because she had a monthly on going on. So I told her I'll be on the way. Got all the goodies. I was on the way. And out of nowhere, swear to you, I'm driving my car, and then everything falls through. I'm falling, going black. Car's going down, craziness, crazy nonsense. I swear to you, I was dying. I died and I came back to life, and I'm going to stick to the story. You guys keep asking, how'd you die, this and that. No, I died, and then I came back to life. Next thing you know, I'm at my girl's house, under her butt. I'm kidding you, like, I swear. Alright?
We need more information than just that.
More information, okay.
We're trying to piece together the events of the night of the incident.
See, I that's the thing. I got a little bud. Maybe that's what messed up the night for me. But I was driving. There was a little girl across the street. She saw the whole thing. I asked her what she saw. She said I was just parked at a stop sign. That's where things didn't add up, because I saw a flash of light, and then boom, I'm falling. On the way down, shoot, there was a few things that I saw. Like there was a ramp, but the ramp wasn't for me. It was for some other thing. Falling. Shoot, oh man, I swear it was a Coca-Cola machine. That's what really got me, you know, because I was able to get out my car and grab some Coke, and I hopped back in, and then I just landed there.
So you didn't encounter any strange creatures or...
Hey, I told you don't ask about that, because if I answer... You heard that?
No.
If I answer that, something's just gonna go down.
I'm an agent of the IDCP. There is no safer authority to divulge information to.
Listen, man. There's nothing that can protect me from them. They caught me in the middle of the street. I know after this there's gonna be another incident. Take it easy there.
What do you mean by that? Do you think they'll be after
something's
others?
happened before. I told a lot of people.
Is it just you?
Me and my girl. She said she's been having nightmares. But how do you have nightmares when you're wide awake?
Alright, I think we've got what we need from you.
I can go now?
Yeah, you don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
No problem.
Okay, you're free to go. So, I understand there was an incident recently involving yourself. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, but like, can we keep this on the low?
Sure.
Okay. So one day, me and my friends were messing around with our computers. We were simply bored, you know? We told each other, hey, what could be fun on the internet? So me and him started going on the dark side of the web. We used the horror, you know, go on some forbidden websites. We saw some rapes. We saw killings. We saw drugs for sale. Of course, we didn't believe none of that. But that was till my friend, he paid a dealer online, and he actually got the stuff. That's when we started going more often and buying more things online. We bought illegal weapons. We actually messed around with them, but we never thought it would actually get us hurt. And then one day my friend bought more drugs. He brought it to us. We were playing Fortnite, you know, usual things. Then he took one little ounce of that drug. Next thing you know, he went out blank. He had no response. We were wondering what was wrong. Like, every time he bought from this guy, it was great stuff. No, like, it wasn't laced with nothing apparently. It was pure. But still, he took that drug. We noticed something was wrong. A few minutes later, he came back to us, but he was different. He was acting different. We always wondered what drug did I had on his brain or something. We always wondered. A few months later, he stopped talking to us. He closed communication with his parents and his family and everything. Even us. We found that hard. A week later, he committed suicide. We always wondered what caused him to do that. So we bought drugs again from the same guy. The same ones he dosed on. That's when me and my friend actually wanted to see what he saw in those drugs. So we took it. Instant I took it, everything started spinning. I was out. I knocked out. Next thing you know, I was in some forest. There's hangings. So many people there were all hung up, bleeding. They always had something carved into their body, a symbol. It was so weird. We kept hearing noises, scratching, howling. It kept going. That's when I woke up. Me and my friend, we wanted to discuss each other, like what we saw. He didn't want to talk to me about it. I always wondered, what did he see? Another week goes by. He commits suicide. And that's when I started buying more of this drug. I want to see what they see. So I get a few friends who were interested. One by one, they kept falling, committing suicide. And the more I take the drug, the more bodies I saw hanged up on the tree. There's blood everywhere. So, one day I overdosed on this drug. And I actually went to a different place. This place, instead of rivers, it was full of blood. All I saw was a dark tree. No leaves, just covered in hanging bodies. Then I tried going around. I saw one just dried up black fruit. I tried picking it. Then something grabbed my hand and pushed me away. It told me, don't dare to pick from this tree unless you are wanting death. Of course, I was like, this is just a high. It's just my brain messing with me. So I looked at this person. I always wondered who it was. He always had a hood. I couldn't tell the difference between him or a real person. It was something else. It was just, the feeling was different. The stench was so bad. There's always blood on him. One day, I overdose more. I keep overdosing. And I keep getting closer to that fruit. One day he wasn't there to stop me. And I picked the fruit. I took a bite. So I picked the fruit. I took a bite out of it. And all of a sudden, I started seeing blood everywhere. My eyes, instead of tears, there were drops of blood. Everybody I saw that I loved, my family, I kept seeing all of them killing themselves. And that got me mad. I tried stopping them. Instead of them killing themselves, they turned to me, and they all started stabbing me. I was brutally beaten up, stabbed. And then my best friends who died, who committed to suicide, they came at me. They said, join them. Be happy in this world. And I couldn't tell myself to do that. Like, no, suicide isn't the option. When they grabbed my neck, they tied it up. They were ready to push me off the tree. Then I heard a voice. This voice said, you have so much to live for. And I looked as the light started fading away. And suddenly, I snapped. I woke up. I was hanging in the fan already, and my brother came to save me. He pushed me up so I wouldn't choke, and that's when the police came to help me out. He told me I was a victim of this drug. It has been widely persecuted. They've been searching far and wide for this drug dealer. He's been selling these drugs that have these certain effects on your brain that make you become suicidal. He only did this for profit. He didn't care who got hurt. But they caught him. I was the one who helped them caught the guy. But they say there's many more of them still selling this drug. He told me to watch out. And also to tell others to watch out, but you just have to keep on the low so nobody can panic.
parents. I agree. Well, that was quite the interesting story. Despite the confidentiality, do you mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary?
If it's gonna save lives.
It very well may. Well, thank you for your contribution, and best of wishes to you. So, I understand you were involved in an incident recently. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, alright. So, here I am. I'm stuck in the bathroom. Okay? Everything is locked. I don't know who else is here with me. It's just me. Honestly, the lights aren't working. There's like little scratching noises that I'm hearing, and I don't know where to begin with it. Oh gosh, this is such a long story. I remember I was using my phone flashlight, and I walk out into the hallway. Nobody else is there, but all of a sudden I feel like these people like are grabbing my shoulders, but there's nobody there when I'm looking around, and I don't know, maybe I was just going crazy, maybe I was like hallucinating, I don't even know. I've never been diagnosed with anything like that, but I kept on walking through. Again, no lights were on, just me. There's lockers against the sides of the hallway, and yeah, I'm just going with it at this point because I just woke up in this bathroom, like I was sitting on the counter, literally just like laying against the wall. I don't even know what was happening. I was walking through, I keep on going through. I turned a corner and there's like a light right at the end of the hallway, and I don't even know, I didn't even like go towards it at this point because usually that's like a bad sign. So I went the other way, which was an even worse idea because I still felt like all of these like hands on my back. There were like some that were trying to like hold my feet to the ground. I don't even know. It was just like, it was so weird. Maybe I was just dreaming, but no, it just felt like way too real. So I'm going through and all, the hands getting worse and everything, and all of a sudden like I start seeing these like shadows. Like it's dark. There's like these shadows like are even darker than the dark. I don't even know how that's possible, but they were just swarming and like, oof, I just keep on feeling like all these hands everywhere. It was just super uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden everything goes black, like darker than the dark. And once again, and then I wake up and I'm back at home and I'm just laying there and I closed my eyes and really there I was thinking about what happened, and then I heard a knock at my door. At least I thought it was at my door, but no, it wasn't. It was at my window. So I go over to my window and I see the goddamn shadow figure. He followed me back from wherever I fell asleep and woke up at, and then everything went back again. I've only been awake for like 2 hours now. I'm still just trying to like figure out like what the heck absolutely happened. I have no idea. Yeah, that's about it.
Wow, that was quite the experience. Do you remember at any point seeing any sort of, ever having like a sort of out-of-body feeling, or maybe some kind of portal, or anything like that?
Would have been likely, because it's not like I wake up every day in the bathroom and I start seeing all these crazy things. Yeah. I don't know, it just felt weird.
Yeah, this could be a case of what's known as fifth dimension. The fifth dimension could have visited. But yeah, wow, what a story. Well, thanks for sharing it with us. And you don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right?
No, yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. So I understand you were involved in an incident recently. Do you want to tell us about that?
A few weeks ago, I was with one of my friends. His name was Christian, and we were driving, and we see this light behind us. It was really bright, so we turn around. We thought it was a truck, a big truck. A jerk trying to pass us or something. But actually, he got closer, and he got in front of us. And it wasn't a truck. It was something outwardly. It was something from out of this world. I never thought of that. I didn't actually believe in aliens until this happened to me. And what we saw, my friend and I, was like a type of sphere. It was like a metallic red ship. I don't know, it didn't actually have a shape, but it was kind of roundish, but it kept moving. It was kind of like water, but moving water. It was really, really cool. It was something out early. Basically, we fell asleep, and the aliens kidnapped us. They took us into their ship, and I didn't actually remember this until like a week ago. Last Tuesday, I went to a professional, and he put us under hypnosis, and he was able to find some details and memories that we had, because like before that we had been dreaming about the same things, my friend and I, and these dreams were so similar and so descriptive. So we actually thought, let's check it out and go to a professional to check it out, because like it was really weird, and we had been missing for like 2 hours. So we went to the professional, and he hypnotized us, and after the hypnosis we remembered actually a lot of stuff that had happened to us. Like I remember that these 3 veins, one of them inserted something in my belly button. I don't have any scars or anything, but it actually hurt after the incident. I didn't know what it was, but after remembering that, this alien, it seemed like a doctor or something. He was like the leader or something, and yeah, so he inserted like a metallic piece into my belly button, and yeah, and then after that, after remembering what happened in that session, I went to check myself with the doctor to go get x-rays or something that could show me what I had inside my stomach. It was like, it still hurt. So we went to check the incision or whatever I had here in my belly button, and he did the x-rays on me, and he called me a week later, and he showed me the results, and he found like a metal, it seemed like a metal piece. I don't know, it didn't actually look like anything from this world, and I never seen anything like that before. It was like a substance, like it sounded metal, but it felt like a rock. I don't know if you ever seen anything like that, but I went to check it out with a geologist, and he actually told me that he never saw anything like that before in his entire career or life. So he asked me where I got it from, and I was like, I actually got that from my stomach. It was a really long story. I actually told him the events, and he actually told me that I don't know how to describe it, that metal piece, I would say, that was found in my stomach wasn't actually from this world. You can't find that here on Earth.
So it must have been a sort of souvenir from their home world.
Or maybe like a chip, or like a tracking device or something, or like a control, for what I eat, or I don't actually know.
So, what did these extraterrestrial beings look like, and what was their behavior? What can you give us a description of these creatures?
Well, yeah, they were like everybody says they were gray, but to me they seem like their skin. I don't know. It didn't actually look like their skin. It looked like a suit, and then until up here, that suit was like camouflage, I guess. Like it was like it turned into different colors. It didn't actually like camouflage to the environment, but like it changed colors for some reason. And the suit was like up to here until their necks, and their faces were gray. Their faces were gray, and they had really black eyes, really dark. It didn't have like any brightness on them or anything. It was just solid dark. That really creeped me out. And I can remember one more thing that they did to me. They poured like a sort of liquid. It actually looked like milk, or I don't know, like it was a white liquid. They put it into my eyes, and after that they inserted like a laser type of thing on my eye. I could see like a red line going through my eye. It was really weird. It felt like it burned my eye for a little. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't actually see from this eye. I'm part blind. But yeah, these creatures weren't from this world. I could tell you that.
Yeah, so what do you think their goal is? Do you think you were part of some kind of larger scheme, or what do you think their interest was in you?
Well, I think they're actually trying to see how we behave, how we act, how the ways of thinking, the way we see things, the colors, the way we perceive things with our senses, like touch, smell, and taste. Yeah, I think that's basically what they want. I don't know if they have like any bad intentions of like keeping this world for themselves, because like this is a really full planet. It has like a lot of things that they can use for themselves. Like they can make money out of it or something.
Huh. Well, that's a very interesting story. So, what's your closing remarks or advice, message to anyone watching this? Do you have any?
Yeah, we're definitely not alone out there. There's creatures that you're gonna be scared of if they ever try to like kidnap you or do experiments on you. Like, it's really creepy, man. I don't know if their intentions are good or not, but I don't know. I can see from this eye, like I told you before, they actually hurt me. They actually left that in my stomach. I don't know if it was like some sort of thing that could have killed me over time, or if it affected me on my metabolism or something. So I don't know. I don't really know. But the truth is out there. We just gotta find it. Keep looking.
Huh. Well, thank you for your information, and you don't mind this being used as part of our YouTube documentary, right? Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.